Hey guys, I apologize ahead of time for the terrible lighting I'm about to put you all through, but I'm in our terribly underfunded theater department. But I'm actually handling 8-5 lowercase c, expressing sympathy, and according to Cengage, it kind of cuts this whole, um, you know, messy situation of having to express sympathy to a coworker into four, count them, four steps. The first being refer to death or misfortune sensitively, using words that show you understand what a crushing blow it is. I think that goes without saying. This part two, in case of death, praise the deceased in a personal way. The third step, or third tip, I should really call it, is offer assistance without going into excessive detail. And the last tip it offered was end on a reassuring, forward-looking note. So, I think that's one of the best parts in those four tips. It also said that, when you're sending your condolences, it can be typed, but it would show, it would make things more personal if you made them handwritten, which I tend to agree with. But I think this whole Cengage chapter missed a major point, and I think it missed the point of empathy, because sympathy is one thing if you feel sympathy for a person, but if you feel empathy for an individual, if you actually put yourself in their position and think about how they might feel, I know that's asking a lot for some people, especially when you got a lot on your plate to handle, but I think it's important to put yourself in a position where you might be able to be on their level, to feel how they feel in the situation, and be there for them. Heck, make them a casserole before you send them an impersonal email. But overall, I think it offers some good advice, especially using a handwritten note instead of an email or something impersonal. But you know how it is. Life sucks, and it sucks when someone, close to you dies, so you're better off really being more empathetic than sympathetic toward the individual. But according to Cengage, you should refer to the death or misfortune sensitively. Well, that goes without saying. You don't really want to barge into a room and say, man, I'm sorry, Uncle Johnny, hit the crapper and, is 6 feet under now. You're not going to want to handle it that way. And, you could praise the deceased person, which, let's be honest, that's hard to do sometimes, but, sugarcoat it for them. Offer assistance without going into excessive detail. Sure. And end on a reassuring forward-looking note. Hey, sign off with, instead of saying sincerely yours, sign off with time heals all wounds. But number one, the best thing to do in any situation where you have to express sympathy or show a little bit of empathy, whatever you do, do not ask somebody how they can help, or don't ask somebody how you can help them. Because if you do that, it makes it more complicated to them. They have one more problem they need to figure out. They're like, great, now I got to worry about what directions to give you for you to help me. Instead, go out on a limb and actually give them a hand. But hey, you know what? This is all probably wrong, but, that's all I got. Thanks.